आचार्य जी। ओम सहना भवतु सहनौ भुनक्तु सह वीर्यं करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहै। ओम शांति शांति शांतिः। ओम श्रुतिस्मृतिपुराणानाम् आलयं करुणालयं नमामि भगवत्पादं शङ्करं लोकशङ्करं। शङ्करं शङ्कराचार्यं केशवं बादरायणं सूत्रभाष्यकृतौ वन्दे भगवन्तौ पुनः पुनः। समस्तजनकल्याणे निरतं करुणामयं नमामि चिन्मयं देवं सद्गुरुं ब्रह्मविद्वरम्। ॐ अखण्डमण्डलाकारं व्याप्तं येन चराचरं तत्पदं दर्शितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। अज्ञानतिमिरान्धस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मीलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। गुरुर्ब्रह्मा गुरुर्विष्णुः गुरुदेवो महेश्वरः गुरुरेव परं ब्रह्म तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। त्वमेव माता च पिता त्वमेव त्वमेव बन्धुश्च सखा त्वमेव त्वमेव विद्या द्रविणं त्वमेव त्वमेव सर्वं मम देवदेव त्वमेव सर्वं गुरुदेव देव। श्री सद्गुरुनाथ महाराज की जय। हरि ओम and welcome to our Atma Bodha Satsanga. So we invoke that first sloka and then we go to the text. Together, first one. Tapobhikshina papanam shantanam vitaraginam mumukshunam apekshoyam आत्मबोधो विधीयते। भगवान शंकराचार्य जी explaining different thoughts of Vedanta in a simple verses or slokas. Thought after thought, thought after thought, he is taking us. In our last class, we have seen that thought is called adhyasa. He introduced the concept called adhyasa. The meaning for adhyasa is in English is superimposition. Superimposition means taking something as something else. That is called superimposition. We are taking Brahma as Jagat. We are taking Atma as an individual. So taking something as something else is called adhyasa, superimposition. We are seeing snake on rope. Actually, the truth is rope, but I am experiencing snake, Swamiji. That idea is called superimposition. And this superimposition is completely an illusion. There is no truth in it. That's why we call it as midya. Jagat midya means it is an illusion. Okay, Swamiji. Then what will be the solution for this adhyasa? They use another term. That term is called apavada. Apavada means removal of non-truth from truth. Removal of concept of snake from rope. That is called apavada. Apavada means in translation, removal of ignorance. So now our position with adhyasa, superimposition, the remedy is apavada. So Bhagavan brought this idea. He said, he gave one example for this adhyasa is Gagane Nilatadivat. Gagana means complete space or sky. We superimpose blue color on the sky. Swamiji, I am experiencing every day blue color in the sky. But in fact, there is no color for this space. Actually, in Vedanta, they say we cannot perceive space like all other four. We can experience air, fire, water, earth, but we cannot experience space. That concept itself inexperienceable. But we say Swamiji, space is in blue color. It is in curved nature. See Swamiji, at that corner, that space and earth both are touching each other. We superimpose so many things, but there is no truth in it. That is called adhyasa. Gagane nilatadivat. So in the same way, amale satchidatmani, amale mean pure sat chit atmani, amale satchidatmani, dehendriya gunakarmani adhyastam. In that pure existence, in that pure consciousness, we are superimposing deha indriya guna karmani, their qualities and their activities. We are superimposing on Atma, and I am saying, I am a human being. I am an old man. I am an young boy. I am good boy. I am bad boy. This is all the product of superimposition subjectively. Amale Satchidatmani Dehendriya Gunakarmani Adhyastam. It is like Gagane Nilatadivat. That way, Bhagavan brought this concept called superimposition. Adhyasa. And the next question, Swamiji, you said this mixture is happened between Amala Swarupa Satchidatma and Malina Swarupa Dehendriya Gunakarma. Together we are experiencing. This superimposition, which part of our personality, what will superimpose on that Satchidatman? For example, we have so many layers in our personality. Like we say Panchakosha, Deha, Prana, Mana, Buddhi, Indriya, Ityadi, which will superimpose which concept on Atma? That will be the next, that was the next question. For that, Bhagavan Shankaracharya, he said, Manasopadehe. Manasopadi means our antakarana, our inner equipment, mind and intellect. What they do, you know, Kartrutvadi kalpyante. Kalpyante means they superimpose on Atma Kartrutva Adi. Kartrutva Adi means doership, enjoyership, and individuality. This is the superimposition happens in our inner system. Manasika Upadi, they superimpose Kartrutvadi on Amala Atman. That's why we say, I am an individual being. After individual being, the next thought is, I am the doer. For everything, this doership will be there. Swamiji is speaking. That is an activity. Ramarao Garu is listening. This is all called kartrutva. And bhoktrutva is called, if we do something, we enjoy that result. That is called bhoktrutvam, enjoyership. So this manasika upadi, it is superimposing this very, very subtle thoughts on Atma. And we label them. I am the doer, I am the enjoyer, I am an individual. So this is the fundamental superimposition in our inner psychology. Now Bhagavan wants to take, correct Swamiji, this individuality, doership and enjoyership are common for every jiva. Even Indra also feels he is an individual. But his area is big. I am Indra, I can do this, I can enjoy this. I am Yama, Kubera. So there is an individuality, there is a kartrutva bhava, and there is a bhoktrutva bhava. For all inner system, it is there. It is the common feeling for all types of jivas. Now today, Bhagavan wants to give some more ideas regarding this superimposition only, because it happens in our bosom. So what all things happening, Swamiji, inside? He is saying, this is the verse number 23. 23. Repeat after me, please. Ragecha sukha dukkhadi buddhau satyam pravartate shushuptau nasti tannashe tasmad buddhestu natmanaha. Together. Ragecha sukha dukkhadi buddhau satyam pravartate shushuptau nasti tannashe tasmad buddhestu natmanaha. See, this is also about adhyasa only, superimposition only. How it will be? He is saying raga, ichcha, sukha, dukkhadi. Some moods. See, the previous three thoughts are common. Individuality, doership and enjoyership, they are common for all jivas. Brahmadi, Pipilakantam, they are same. Swamiji, these three only inside. No. Many are there. For example, raga. Raga means liking or attachments. Raga. Ichcha. Ichcha means desire. So we have so many desires. Raga, ichcha, sukha. Sukha means happy mood. Sukha. Dukkha. Dukkha means sad mood. Adi. Adi means like so many moods are there. See, the first one is very subtle. Finitude, doership, enjoyership are very what we call subtle. But whereas these feelings we can experience very vividly. We can see where I like. That is called raga vritti. What I want, that is called ichcha vritti. Sukha vritti. Dukkha vritti. In Gurudev language, he used to say, different psychological, different climatical moods of mind. How our what we call sky or space, it is always with different moods. Sometimes it is cool, sometimes it is very hot, sometimes it is very hazy. In the same way, all these moods are our mental climatical conditions. And there are many. Raga, Ichcha, Sukha, Dukkha, Adi. And Puja Guruji, he says, we have all these psychological moods. And one more thought is, they have different degrees. Some ichchas, for example, some desires, they may not be highly concentrated. Few are very light. So many feelings with different degrees. Some are very thick, some are very thin, some are very light. Our attachments, our likes and dislikes, they are all there. Raga, Dvesha, Sukha, Dukkhadi, they are all there. Swamiji, where they are all staying inside, Bhagavan is saying, Buddhau Satyam. You know, what is the locus for all these kind of moods? That is called Aham Buddhi. Here, Buddhau means in Buddhi. That Buddhi is nothing but Aham Buddhi. If that is not there, they cannot play with us. That I, but this I is small I. In the previous class, what is reason? That is called that finite individuality. That finite individual small I is the locus for all these moods. That's why this experience is like I want, I like, I am happy, I am unhappy. So this I is the platform. Buddhau Satyam. They all are in the shelter of this small I, Aham Vritti. And after taking that shelter, what they do, Swamiji? Pravartante. Pravartante means then they start to play. We know each color has its own play. Each thought, it has its own kind of creation. If love comes, the same mind takes a beautiful form. If hatredness comes, the same mind takes another kind of color. Pravartante means then they start playing. Guruji says, these moods are what we call feelings. In their growth, there are 3 stages are there. The first stage of feeling is called manifestation. There we are not that much aware. For example, when the love started, in the beginning stage, it is called manifestation of the mood. This is the first stage. After manifestation, some feelings, they may die there itself. We may not encourage because their degree is very less. Their concentration is very less, so they will die there itself. The second stage is called after manifestation, he says, that is called visibility. Visibility means we can see that feeling. I think, Swamiji, I am loving. Yes, Swamiji, nowadays I am not in good relation with that particular person. I am getting angry. So that is called visibility. First one is manifestation of the feelings, and their growth is called visibility. And you know, the final stage of these feelings is called activity. Activity means they start functioning. Whether it is a love or hatredness or liking, disliking, attachment, happy, unhappy. This way, our entire psychological system is set up. See how beautifully Bhagavan Shankaracharya is saying, every day we are with them, but we are not aware what is happening inside. Ragecha sukhadukkadi buddhau satyam pravartate. This is the complete psychological management of feelings or the moods of mind. So this is happened. First they manifested, slowly they grew, and they came to our visibility. And if we feed them, then they start functioning. Swamiji, I cannot live without him, Swamiji, for lifelong. I am ready to die. I am ready to kill. I am ready to work. So many, that solidification will come for that feelings. Okay, but as a Vedantin, we should know one thing. Bhagavan Shankaracharya is saying in the second line, they all are there, but shushuptau nasti. But all the moods of mind, they all disappear in shushupti, in deep sleep. Because in deep sleep, no one is good, no one is bad. No one has friends, no one has enemies. Shushuptau nasti. Why, Swamiji, they disappear in Shushupti, in deep sleep? Because their Vanar is disappearing. Who is their Vanar? That Aham Vritti, he went to sleep. He disappeared. That locus is disappeared, so that his kids also disappeared. Shushuptau nasti tannashe. Tannashe means that aham vritti nashe, shushuptau ragadveshadi vrittyadi nasti. They all disappear in shushupti avastha because their boss is disappeared. But in shushupti, Atma is there. Because there is no existence, there is no consciousness, you cannot say, I slept well. That pure substratum is there in Shushupti also. Whereas this Ahamrutti and its moods, they disappeared in Shushupti. Therefore, Tasmat Buddhehe Astu. This superimposition belonged to Aham Vritti only. This is Bhagavan wants to say. Na Atmanaha. Atma never superimposed. This superimposition is belong to Aham Buddhi. Na Atmanaha. Atma is never contaminated. It will illumine Shushupti also. It will illumine Swapna also. It will illumine Jagruti also. But its status is pure illuminator. Sat, Chit, Ananda, Eka Swarupa. Whereas they have 3 different stages. In each stage, so much history is there. So this is the story of superimposition, which is happening in my mind only every day. That's why Adhyatmika Shastra, they say it is a subjective science. We have to analyze with our intellect only. This is all happening in me. In this whole history, who are you, my dear student? You are that pure Satta Chit Atma. On you, this mind and its colors, its play, everything happening. If you have the knowledge, you always be the great. Nitya Swarupa, Janana Marana Rahita, Sahaja Ananda, Sukha Swarupa. If you don't have that knowledge, you are the Raga, Ichcha, Dvesha, Sukha Dukkadi Purusha. There is the mechanism is there. This is Bhagavan wants to say. Superimposition belongs to Aham Vritti, not to Atma. So this is the beautifully he explained. Dragecha sukha dukkhadi buddhau satyam pravartate. Shushuptau nasti tannase tasmad buddhestu na atmanaha. It's not belong to Atma. Okay, Swamiji. Guruji gives one example like somebody is wearing blue spectacles, blue goggles, I think they say goggles. And they say whole world is in blue color. As long as you wear this spectacle, whole world is in blue color. But world is not blue color, your glasses are in blue color. But you are also not blue. You are the substratum for the glass and color. If you change this glass and put red color and you say world is in red color. So that way this color of mind belong to this frame, this glass, not to the eyes. Atmani, there is no superimposition. They give this example. Bhagavan did not give any example in this sloka if you observe. Till now he is giving one example for every sloka, but here it is missed. So Guruji Tejo Mayananji, he added that example like blue glasses. That blue color belong to glass, not to eye. Okay, Swamiji. Now, second thought. Swamiji, you said Atma is a substratum for this whole drama. It is not contaminated anytime. But how it will be? It is like, what is its svabhava? It is nature. Already once it is told, it is called Satya Chitta Ananda Swarupa. Bhagavan gives one example. Because you said Atma svabhava is different, then what is that svabhava? That svabhava is like this. Verse number 24. Prakashor to yasya shaityam agnyerya dhoshnata svabhava satchidananda nitya nirmalatatmanaha. Prakashorkasya yasya shaityam agnyerya dhoshnata svabhava satchidananda nitya nirmalatatmanaha. This sloka is to say what is the svabhava of Atma. What is the nature of Atma? Bhagavan is saying svabhavaha. Svabhavaha means its own nature. In our general language also we use Swamiji, that is his svabhava, Swamiji. His svabhava means we cannot remove it from him. And we start adjustment with him. All the time he gets angry. The new people, they complain. But we say, Swamiji, that is his svabhava. Svabhava means his nature. Like that, what is Atma's nature? Sat, Chitta, Ananda, Nitya, Nirmala. Here 5 qualities Bhagavan enumerated. Atma is pure existence. Atma is pure consciousness. Pure consciousness. Knowledge without any object. In Gurudev language, somebody asked Gurudev, what do you mean by pure consciousness? He says, awareness without any object is called pure consciousness. Satta Chitta Ananda. It is bliss. Its nature is bliss, not because of something. Ananda, Nitya, changeless. Janana Marana Rahita Vastu, Ajaha, we call Ajaha. There is no birth for Atma, there is no death, Nitya. And Nirmala, Nirmala means uncontaminated. It is not Jagrata Avastha, it is not Swapna Avastha, it is not Shushupti Avastha. It is Nirmalam always. See how it is maintaining its status. If somebody makes us king for 10 years, we do so much corruption because we got power. But Atma is king always, but uncontaminated. It never touched Jagrat, Swapna, Shushupti avasthas and their feelings, moods, good, bad, victory, lose, nothing. Purely it will shine all. It will illumine all. Nitya Nirmalaha. This is the Swabhavam of Atma. And my dear student, it is like, I give 3 examples. What do you mean by this Swabhavam? What do you mean by this nature? One is Prakasho Arkasya. It is like Arka means sun. Light of the sun. Because light is the core nature of sun. You cannot see sun without light. You cannot say light without sun. Lighting is nothing but his core nature. Prakashaha arkasya toyasya saityam. Shaityam means Sitalata. Sitalata means cooling. Cooling nature of water. You know, by nature, water is cool. Swamiji, we always drink hot water, Swamiji. But this heating or hot water is an adopted quality. You keep hot water for some time. After 15 minutes, it will become cool. Because its own nature is cooling, Sheetalata. Not something other. And the third example he is giving, Agne Yadha Ushnata. For Agni, for fire, Ushnata is its core nature. It cannot be cool Agni. In the same way, its own nature of Atma is pure existence, pure consciousness, and pure bliss, eternal and uncontaminated. Like the above. You cannot see sun without light. Whenever you keep that water, it will go to its own state like Sitalata. And Agni, whoever touches, that experience is same. That is, Swamiji, it is very hot. You cannot say cool Agni. In the same way, Atma is this Satta Chitta Ananda Nitya Nirmala. Not Raga, Ichcha, Dvesha, Sukha, Dukkhadi. That's he wants to say. This Raga, Ichcha, Sukha, Dukkhadi, they all belong to Aham Buddhi. Then what do you mean by Atma, Swamiji? Atma is this. Satchitta Ananda Nitya Nirmala. You must have that Vivekam. You belong to this permanent substratum, not the climatical moods. You are the sky forever. Many clouds, they may pass. They have different texture. They have different activity. They do it and they go. But you are the forever one and only one Brahma. This way, Bhagavan is clarifying in this superimposition what is Aham Buddhi and its products, what is Atma and its own nature. Some student, it's a very genuine question. Swamiji, you said Atma is Ananda Swarupa. And the second you said, that is me. Then Swamiji, why I don't experience this bliss always? It should be always, whenever, wherever, because it is my nature, because it is me. But all the time, Swamiji, something other complaint will be there in my inner structure. Then that answer is, we must understand what is the translation for this Ananda, bliss. Generally, we feel happiness means, like smiling, laughing, jumping. It is a particular mood, we think. Because in particular occasions, in particular places, that expression will come through us. We laugh, we smile, we jump. But the Mahatmas gives this Ananda, what we are saying, the Atma Ananda, this is not because of any experience. This is not because of any experience. Then Swamiji, it is because of completeness. Purnatvam will give this Shuddha Anandatvam. Wherever that completeness is there, definitely that bliss will be there. Our nature, our position is all complete. But because of ignorance, we feel I am incomplete. This is the whole struggle in our life. We feel I am incomplete. To become complete, I want to get something from the world. Whether it may be job, whether it may be wife or husband or children or property, name, fame. Ask your inner mind why you are doing all these. Then we say, if I get them, then I will be happy, Swamiji, because I feel completeness with them. If I don't have, I am incomplete. This incompleteness is leading to unhappiness. To become complete, we started this war with world. In childhood, we started with toys. Then when we little grow, we started with career. Then our family, then property, then name, fame, and whole life is struggling, getting. Still something other appeal only coming. If you get this, you will be happy. If you get this, you will be happy. This journey is not ending. On the way, we become old. Then the same mind and intellect and body, they are saying, now we are not going to cooperate. Because we lost our vitality. And we end up with the screen. We don't know our nature itself a Purna Vastu, all complete I am. You cannot be complete with these objects. Yayati in Bhagavatam, he says, he also thought like us. He is so much desirous king. He wanted to enjoy the world. Yayati, a great king. He got 3 sons. They become grow and they are all very young and dynamic and everything. But Yayati, he became old. But his desires are not becoming old. They are very young. He wants to enjoy so much. He used to go to heavens, Apsara Lokas, to enjoy them. And but the body is not cooperating. Then he called his 3 sons and he put one paper in front of them. You know what is there in that paper? I want to enjoy more and more, but my body is not cooperating. I have a mantra, I have a boon. I can exchange the age of any person. I can exchange. If you are, because you are my children, if you love me, please give anybody, please give your age to me and take my age. I want to enjoy some time and I enjoy it. After that, I will come back and I will give my age to you and I will take your age. We can exchange again. First two sons said, no, we are not giving our vitality to my father because my wives, they don't happy. The third son, he is very good and polite. He said, okay, daddy, you can exchange my age to you and you give your old age to me. And Yayati, he did it. And because of his son young age, he enjoyed again. He used to go to heavens and Apsara, Lokadeva, Gandharva, Ityadi. So much enjoyment he did. And finally, he got that knowledge. He's enjoying everything, but never that desires are not satisfying. You give it something, it is enjoying and asking something again. If you fill this column, and this is ready. If you fill that, that is ready. If that you fill, that is ready. And he said it is like, pouring ghee on the fire to satiate the fire. You cannot finish that fire with pouring ghee in it. In the same way, enjoying this world, you cannot say one day, Swamiji, I will finish all my desires. It will not happen. Moreover, thus desires will sprout many fold. This is the truth. This is the entire our journey, entire our war with the world. This is all because of our thought, I am incomplete. As long as that thought is there, you cannot be happy. Whoever you are. That's why kings, they don't happy. We think, Swamiji, they have Z category protocol. They have so many ministers. Ask them, are you happy? They say, no. What do you want? Something else, they say. Anyone, richest of the rich. We are nothing in front of him. Are you okay? He says, no, so many are there in front of me. I have to get all. This is all because of that bottom psychological thought, I am incomplete. There you work. You are Purna Swarupa. You all inclusive Brahma. Everything is you only. You are that pure existence, Akhanda Satchidananda Brahma, which is beyond body, mind, and intellect. These body, mind, and intellects are only complaint boxes. You are not this limited areas. So you are that pure Atma Swarupa. If that completeness is there, you are Ananda, Nitya. Body will born, body will die. Mind will take shapes and colors, but I am not. Intellect will take colors and shape. I all know where I am. If I want, I can know what is there in Brahma's mind. I am that great. Nitya Nirmala Satya Chit Ananda Swarupa Atma. And this is its Swabhava. This is not an accumulated nature. This is the core nature. Like how light to sun, coolness to water, and fire to hotness to fire. That is we. Atmanaha means that is I. When small I disappears, that capital I is this. See how this is all thought management only. If we are in the thought area, the superimposition will take us. And it will show something else as our own things. Because it doesn't know what it is and its glory. Yes, Swamiji. And now one student got up from the classroom. He said, Sir, I have one doubt. Then Guru said, yeah, ask. This is also very inner thought. He said, our own nature is pure existence, pure consciousness. There is no activity for Atma. Activity means Atma is not a knower. Atma is not a doer. Atma is not an enjoyer. Gurudev always used, if you see his lectures, he used to utter this more. You are not the perceiver of the world. You are not the feeler. You are not the thinker. This is not our nature, he used to say. Because the people can easily understand. This ness kahan se aaya? Knower, doer, enjoyer. If it is not my Swarupam, this action Purusha, the kahan se aaya? How he developed this kind of myth knowledge, Swamiji, Guruji, Bhagavan, please tell. Because that is different, this is different. In between, how this, I feel, I am the doer, I am the knower, I am the perceiver, I am the feeler. Bhagavan says, of course, I will tell in the next sloka, that is called 25. In 25th sloka, Bhagavan is saying, Atmana Satchidamshascha Buddhe Vrittiriti Dvayam Samyojya Cha Vivekena Janamiti Pravartate. Atmana Satchidamshascha Buddhe Vrittiriti Dvayam Samyojya Cha Vivekena Janamiti Pravartate. Is Sanskrit little difficult? But slowly we have to catch that words. Atmanaha. Atmanaha means from Atma. Atmanaha. Sat Chit Amshascha. Two aspects as though they are coming. What they are, Swamiji? Sat. Sat means existence. Chit means consciousness. This is from which party, Swamiji? This is from Atma party. Atmanaha Satchidamsascha. From this party, this is coming. From Maya Devi party, who is coming, Swamiji? Maya Devi party, Buddhehe Vritti. From Buddhi party, this Buddhi mind, this is all belong to Maya. From Maya party, Vritti is coming. Vritti, thought. Okay? Dvayam, actually they are two different. From Atma, Satta Chitta Amsha, from Buddhi, thought is coming. They are two different. But you know what we are doing? Avivekena, because of ignorance. What ignorance, Swamiji? We don't know what is Atma. We don't know what is Buddhi or Maya. We don't have that knowledge. Because we don't have that knowledge, what we are doing is Samyojya. Samyojya means we are mixing these two. From Atma, the Satchit Swarupam, and from that Buddhi, that Vritti, we are mixing. And finally, what product we are experiencing? Janami iti. Janami means I am the knower. Or I am knowing. Pravartate. Then we start our activity. So the pure consciousness and pure existence from Atma In that Atma, we are taking a vritti from Buddhi. Vritti means thought. A vritti from Buddhi, and we are mixing with it. And in that mixing, what I am saying, I am knowing janami iti. Then I start pravartate. I start activity. This is actually whole cycle of what we do is action, activity, pravartana. But behind this pravartana, what will be there, Swamiji? Knowledge. And without knowledge, we cannot do anything. Anything, even brushing also, bathing also, we need a knowledge. Particular knowledge we need. Bathing is not like cooking, cooking is not like a gardening. Every activity has its own knowledge. Okay? The boss for this knowledge is this I, he says, I know bathing, I know cooking, I know gardening. This I know is called Janami experience. This I know is a mixture of two. This I from Atma and knowing, doing, this is all information from Buddhi. We mix it and we limit ourselves and we project ourselves as this limited being. This is the inside mechanism. Okay, but I will give a beautiful example, then it is very easy to understand this thought. Okay, Swamiji. One human being is there. One human being. By profession, he is an artist. But every day you don't get, chance to act. Sometimes they get dates, programs to perform their drama. Few days only they get. Normal day, he is not an actor. He is a normal, common human being. That man. Some party came. Today evening, we are going to have one drama in particular theater. Okay. This common man, normal man, he goes to green room. He goes to green room. There, the king robes are hanging to the hangers. With all this dhoti, this, that, ornaments, the robes of king. This common man, he wear that king robes and he come to the platform and he acts that role as a king in that particular drama. We all appreciate. Ah, ha, ha, ha. What an action, what an action, what an action. I know. Bhagavan says, the robes of the king, they are from green room. In the same way, different thoughts, they are from intellect zone. They are all inert. If nobody wears them, they don't have any value. If we don't identify with any thought, that thought is no value at all. It is like dead robes only. You cannot call that robes as a king. Okay? At the same time, this man, when he sits in his house, he is not a king because he is not wearing king robes. He is a common Samanya Satchidananda Swarupa. When this common Samanya Satchidananda Swarupa, he wears a particular type of robes, then activity starts. He has to act according to this completeness. As a king or a beggar, whatever. So this is that enjoyer, doer or perceiver feeler mechanism. Atmanah Satchidanshascha Buddhehe Vritti. This Satchidananda Amsa is the life giver. If he is not there, there is nothing, no ropes, no drama, nothing. He is the life giver, but he is very pure. No color, no shape, no size, no dialogue, nothing. When he wears that robes, that thoughts, then this activity starts. This is how that knowership is rising in our inside, in our antakarana. Okay, is it clear? See how subtle it is. The knowledge of different areas belongs to buddhi, but I am the life giver to that buddhi. They do activity, I support. Okay. Avivekata sanyojya. If you don't have proper knowledge about this area and that area, then we mix. And what will happen, Swamiji? We know. Sufferer, enjoyer, feeler, thinker, and so many labels we put on ourselves. And as a jiva only, we jump from body to body, experience to experience. Sometimes waker, sometimes dreamer, sometimes sleeper. Sometimes happier, sometimes sorrow, sometimes man, woman, animal, God, whatnot. So this way, this unending cycle, we are only running as long as we don't have the proper knowledge. Jai Siya Ram, Jai Jai Siya Ram. Jai Siya Ram, Jai Jai Siya Ram. Bolo Rama 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 Sita 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 Ram. Jai Siya Ram, Jai Jai Siya Ram. Jai Siya Ram, Jai Jai Siya Ram. Om Purnamadaha Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnamevavashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Harihi Om Sri Gurubhyo Namaha. Harihi Om.